Hey guys, Steve from Canty Comics here. Today, I'm going to show you my Animation Cel collection. It's not the biggest, but it does go over some 80s and 90s shows. So let's jump right in. So starting off, I want to show you guys my Rurouni Kenshin Animation Cel. So this is from the TV series, not the OVAs. So there was quite a bit of these. I think there was over 100 episodes. So these aren't that rare, but you know, you don't find these that often compared to some of the other shows. But this particular one right here shows a side profile of Kaoru. And in here, so obviously this is all hand painted, and the background is also hand painted. So let me pull this out real quick. So you can tell on here, this is not a copy or anything, no Xerox. So you can see all the brush strokes here on the edges. Really, really nice piece. And another cool part is right here is that we got a sketch. And this sketch right here, this shows off a lot of basically the preliminaries for the artist. So they know where to add all the highlights and like, oh, you're gonna mix this color here and there. There's a couple little notes on there. So it's basically a guideline for the artist to go through and paint everything. So this next one, I actually like quite a bit. So everyone knows and is very familiar with the 90s X-Men cartoon run. So this one right here, we got Wolverine. So he is in the foreground right here. So this is the actual Animation Cel is Wolverine himself. So you see that right there, nice and vibrant. And then the background, which is also hand painted. This is not a Xerox copy either. There's actually two layers. So there's a monitor screen right here, and this part is die cut. So if you see, you actually have an entire other environment painted. So this looks like it's the inside of a vault and someone had just broken in. And on the monitor in the X-Men mansion, you know, they're checking out everything. They're like, oh man, like someone just like came through and broke in. So this is obviously, I haven't seen the episode in a long time, but you know, this would actually pan across in the background. So as like Wolverine was on the front, you have multiple layers going on. So this is a pretty nice piece. So next, I actually have quite a bit of He-Man Cels. I grew up in the 80s and I loved He-Man. So I actually have, I think I got like 4 or 5 of these animation Cels. So I'll go and show you this first one. So for some reason, when I bought this one, it actually had multiple Cels in it and they didn't match up. So I think, I don't know, something happened that they got slipped in there. But this one right here, you know, we got He-Man right here. He's lifting a big old huge boulder, probably saving someone, but on this current background, he's actually floating in the air and there's a trap door below him. So I was like, this doesn't look right, but you know, it was a good deal. I think it was like 20 bucks or something. And so yeah, that Cel's in there. And then over here, the Cel below is that trap door is by itself. So that's another separate Cel right here. It looks like this one actually goes with this painted background right here. So this one here, this is actually really painted. This is not a copy either. Some of the ones I'm going to show next are actual copies. But this one is really, really cool. So obviously you could see all the hand painted brush strokes and everything. Really, really nice piece. So these two here, like I said, these go together. But this one over here, for some reason, was the wrong one. And then also in that same Animation Cel package I got is a preliminary drawing as well. And of course, this probably is the one that goes with the others because he's looking down as if he's looking into that trap door. But it looks like it's missing like a rock or there's something here. But yeah, this was included in there as well. So that's pretty cool when you get those. And then the rest of these, kind of go through these a little quickly. So another one, you may see a theme here going on with some of these animation Cels that, you know, definitely He-Man, it was a different time back then. The artists, they kind of had a little fun, I guess, with He-Man. So there was a lot of, especially as stills, there's a lot of provocative, you know, poses going on. And to me, I just thought that they were hilarious, especially as a kid. You know, as a kid, I mean, I didn't really know. I mean, you're just like, oh, He-Man's buff. He's like saving the day. But then you don't really realize, you know, how everything is really looks like to like adults. So obviously, you know, he's got his eyes closed. He's really, so yeah, that can go any way. You know, imagination will take you wherever you take it. But this background here, this is a straight up Xerox. So, but definitely, I mean, it's nice to have the Xerox with it. So when you frame it, it looks much nicer than just having like nothing in the background. So there's that one. And then I got another guy here. So this one is, I mean, you guess it, another position. So it looks like there's a rock here that's missing. So there's probably another layer that was there. And obviously there's someone else here too. But again, this here is a Xerox copy. It's sealed right now. I didn't feel like opening this one. But yeah, it's not too bad, pretty nice shape in there. But yeah, you can see the theme that I was going with on these He-Man cells. And then this last one has another little henchman in there. So yeah, definitely he's grabbing I mean, you know what I was thinking when I saw these, and I just had to get it. So again, this one also is this is a Xerox, so there's no brush strokes or anything, but still really cool pieces, especially now that Netflix revamped He-Man. And even though there's some mixed reviews about the direction that it went, but I thought it was pretty cool. So those are my He-Man anime cell collections. Well, that wraps up my small but mighty animation cell collection. When I did originally buy these, the Rurouni Kenshin one, I think I paid $90 for it. That was at Anime Expo way back in the day. And so I'm pretty sure that's worth a lot more money now, just because of over time. And then with the pandemic, collectibles just started skyrocketing. So something like Rurouni Kenshin that people really love, that one's going to go up, especially with the entire collection, the sketch on it, original painted background, and then the cell all in excellent shape. I wouldn't be surprised if it's gone up, maybe a few $100s, maybe even more. And then the X-Men one, I believe I only paid $30 for that. Also, I think that was at Comic-Con maybe 10 years ago. So obviously you want to seek out the you want to seek out the Wolverine in bed, staring at the picture of Jean and Cyclops. That would be the animation cell to get. And I don't think I even came across that when I was looking at these back then. But if I ever came across it, that'd be an instant buy, because that's super meme-tastic. But no, that cell is still very nice. And especially now the X-Men are with Disney, all the stuff's gonna be revamped. So it's really cool that I got those. And then the He-Man ones, they made so many episodes of He-Man. Like I think I got some of those for $15. So, and then the one that had the drawing and everything, I think that was maybe 30, and I talked the guy down when I bought a bunch of them. So yeah, so these animation cells, I mean, they're very precious to me because I remember watching every single one of these episodes. And to me, it's just has a little bit extra touch to it. So what did you think of this episode? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. If you have some animation cells that you'd like to share, or if there's any on your wish list that you're looking forward to, or even if you like one of mine and you're like, hey, I want to buy that off you. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, if you're not subscribed, I definitely encourage you to subscribe to this channel. This time I did do animation cells, but normally I focus on original comic book art and comic books. So yeah, definitely let me know if you love this content. So this is Steve from K2 Comics, signing off.